Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Terry and today I'm going to be replacing the struts on the trunk of my BMW Z3. So without further ado, let's just knock these out. This is a quick fix, you guys. Let's go do it. So here we have the struts on my trunk. Now I'm changing these out because not too long ago while I was doing my cooling project, I had a predicament where my trunk lid actually closed down and it fell down with so much force, it actually broke the lock mechanism, and I had to fix the little plastic grommet pieces that hold the little rods together so I could access my trunk. So I don't want that to happen again. So we're replacing these struts. Now, I don't know if these are the original ones that are 20 years old, or if these have gotten swapped out at some point. I'm going to assume these are the original ones. Now these, the OEM ones are the Stabilus brand. Mine's pretty faded right now. It will say E36 7HK on this side, and there's a couple different part number options that you can run across when it comes to your struts. So you're going to want to take a good look at the struts that are on your car to try to see if you can get that part number, because there is some differences amongst those, because there very well could be a little difference in length, and that could be problematic. So make sure you're very careful to don't just get something that says it'll fit a Z3. Make sure it matches the part number. Now, I wanted to go ahead and get the exact same ones, the OEM ones, the Stabilus brand ones, but all the retailers I looked at wanted way too much for shipping. Like, they wanted $20 for shipping for a small little strut. I'm like, that's ridiculous. So I went to Rock Auto instead and got something similar that cost the same price part-wise, and I only had to pay $10 shipping. So that's the route I went, because I'm not going to pay more in shipping for the same part. That's just ridiculous. Okay, we got inflation over here. We can't be throwing money away on shipping. So I went ahead and I got these ones here. Now, these are Swedish ones. I am not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Okay, they got pronunciations, like punctuation in their alphabet and their grammar that we do not use in American English. So I'm not even going to attempt that. But I went ahead and got two of these, and we're going to go ahead and put these on. Now, once you get your parts, all you're going to need is a small flathead screwdriver. If you look at the very top here, there's a small little clamp right here. You want to try to just get your flathead screwdriver underneath this clamp. You don't need to remove it or anything. You just need to get behind it to back it off so it releases the little nub that it connects to. And then just pull it off. This is literally a job that you can get done in about 10 minutes or less. All right, so I went ahead and I got a different screwdriver. The one I had was just too small, and now I can easily get the leverage I need to see how that kind of just slips underneath there. So now the screwdriver is underneath that clip, which means this will no longer be locked, and I can now pop this off. You may need to move the lid of your trunk lid or your whatever you might have if you're doing like a hatchback or tailgate on like an SUV or whatever. Slide it back, and then this will come right off just like that, and then slide this forward. And now you have that off, and now you just repeat the process. You'll have another one right here for the bottom, and then you just repeat the process on the other two. Make sure you replace one strut at a time, because you need at least one strut to support the weight of the lid. Now, if you're doing a very heavy door, let's say you're doing this for like your hood or something, have someone to help hold it up, because the weight of the hood of the engine bay, or if you have like a really heavy like hatch, like some of the older cars that have like those really big heavy hatches, you're going to want to have someone support the weight so it doesn't fall on you, or you can get some vice grips or whatever to kind of just put on there to give you some protection, because you don't want it to fall. The trunk here is small, it's light, so the one strut can support it just fine. So let me go ahead and take this one off. Whoop, pry it underneath there. And kind of rock it until it comes completely off. And that is one strut. All right, so here's a close-up of the strut. Now, like I said, mine's kind of faded, but you can see the E36 JHK on there. Stabilus brand, BMW. But right down in the bottom corner there is the part number. Mine is the 51248410755. So that's where you want to look, right in this corner down here. Like I said, it's hard to see. It's really faded. But that's where you want to look to match up your part number when you go to get another replacement strut. So you want to make sure you're not getting one that is the wrong part number. And then, of course, here's that little clip. You just got to pry this forward. You'll see there's this notch right in here. That's where you can slide your screwdriver in, and you can get it in there pretty easy as long as you have the right size screwdriver. The one I started with was too small, and I couldn't get it to get enough leverage, so I went up to a bigger one, and it went in no problem. And all right, that's that. Let's go and put the new one on. Now, I didn't mention it before, but make sure you take note of which way they have it set for the way the strut expands. So one part is going to be fixed, and the other part's the part that expands. On my Z3, the part that expands is on the bottom. All right, now once again, here's the ones I got. Here is the part number. The 8108419 is for the one that matches the BMW part number for this particular brand. I got this on Rock Auto. I'll have a link to that if you want to look at this. I'll also have a link to the OEM one if you want to go with the OEM version. I'll post that too, just in case you just want to stick with that. But just match up your part numbers, make sure that they are the same. All right, and there's the nice new strut. Now, because these ones are wore out, I'm able to slide this up and down by hand. They completely lost all of the tension. I should not be able to do this with my hands. Now, this is a brand new one. I can't move this at all. So let's go ahead and put this on. Now you may have to, like I said, you may need to kind of move the trunk lid, back or whatever to get it to go on. But start with the one on the bottom and get that one on first, and then get the other. And all you got to do is just push it on, and the little clip in here that this piece here locks will just grip onto this little round little nub right here, and it'll lock onto that little ball right there, and you'll be good to go. It'll take a little bit of persuasion to get it on, but just put a little bit of might and force it on. It'll click in just like that. And now that is on. And then do the same thing for the top. I'll have to slide my lid forward a little bit and then pull this to get it. I can kind of have no room with this hinge to get my hand in here for a good grip, but do what you can and just push it on. Just like that. And now we have a gas spring strut in place. And then just repeat that for the other side. Well, the clip came out. That's okay. These are junk anyway. And now you'll see it's just barely supporting itself now with the new one. All right. and get it off. Now you may need to rotate these to get them to the right orientation. Now I have less room to push because of the hinge again, but I got the one on, just got to get this one on. A little persuasion. Just got to figure out which way I need it to be bent. There we go. And then it clips in. Boom. All right, and as easy as that, got 2 new struts on there. And now I can now officially leave it open part way and it'll stay. So this is fantastic. I could not do that before. I always had to have it either all the way. I had to have it all the way up for it to stay. I could never do like a partial open. So they're working. Easy job. And there you have it. It's that easy. Go ahead and replace your rear, your trunk struts today. Very, very simple fix. All you need is one tool, and that is, a screwdriver, and you are good to go. You can just knock this out within, like I said, 5-10 minutes, and you'll have a working lid once again that isn't going to fall on your head when you're trying to unload something. So get it done. Have fun. If you enjoyed this video, if it helped you out, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe, tell your friends, share it out, and make sure you come on back for more BMW Z3 content. Take care, everybody.